Warriors have a 0% chance of winning the title.
Everybody has opinions, points to make, speculation, but talk is just that. Talk. Around here, we don't hear any of that noise. Besides, we already showed what we're about.
The Bays team is the best team.
Again.
The 2017 NBA champions.
And again.
Champions once again, back-to-back titles.
And again.
The Golden State Warriors once again are NBA champions.
Sure, every season is different. Different journey, different obstacles. But you know what else is different? Us. You see, we ball different.
Tipped up and good at the buzzer.
We move different.
Jordan 360, Jordan to Kuminga.
We compete different.
Draymond showing out on defense.
And if we celebrate, we dance a little different. Talk is cheap, but tradition is worth its weight in gold. It's more than a mantra. It's what we're made of.
Gold in my veins, baby. Gold blood in my veins, baby.
See, this mentality runs with us. And the championship runs through us.
This place lit up.
All of us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Man Cave. We are Ryan and Corey. You listen to Much About Now podcast, a show where we give expert takes and good-hearted debates. We talk ball and anything and everything else. Today, we will be discussing the NBA playoffs. If you got something to say, put it in the comments. If you're new to the pod, greetings. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, smash that bell, that Liberty bell. If you already part of the film, welcome back. Please like, share, and comment. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Corey, let's get into it.
Yes. Let's get into this. As we always say, if you have been staying underneath a rock, you might not heard, but the NBA playoffs has begun. They began yesterday. Yes, man. You know, my team lost. We took an L, but that's all right, you know. We took plenty of those before, but we all know how this ends. I ain't seen this story many times and seen this book from cover to cover. I know how it ends, you know.
Can you tell me how it ends?
Hey, man, I already told you, man. You saw the end when Steph holding that trophy, man. I can go ahead and tell you, man, it don't matter who wins the first game. It always matters who wins the last game. And I ain't seen Golden State win that last game 4 times. 4 times, you know.
Hey, I can count on you to put up that vintage stuff, man.
Hey, man, for real. Next time I'm going to put up a Philly one. I said to be fair. This time it's going to be Golden State next game. When we go live, Philly jump. Philly hype deal. I try to find one with all of them, but everybody got their individual ones, so the next one is gonna be the Philly one. You know.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I mean, hey, speaking of Philadelphia, they did pretty good today.
Yeah, they did pretty good. That's exactly what we're starting at, man. Thoughts on the game, man. Philly. The score was 121-101, a dub. You got the dub. It was just at a dub, but it was a dub all the same, man. Y'all pieced them up there. So what's your thoughts on the game, man? What do you think was what gave it to you?
You know, that team is a very interesting team because when you jettison that much talent, I mean, this team has jettisoned Kevin Durant.
You talking about Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn. I mean, they got rid of Kevin Durant. Then they got rid of Kyrie Irving. And they still battle. I mean, they're pretty good. They're a pretty good team. I'm gonna tell you, man, Mikal Bridges, man, that's the one that got away.
Yeah, who saw this?
We saw it. The 76ers saw it. We drafted him.
For real, I'm not saying this, but I'm just saying when he was with Phoenix, I mean, we wouldn't have never thought he would. He is right now. I'm saying we thought he was a good player. Nobody thought he was bad, but who knew he's a star?
No,
he's a star.
You know what? Really, it's an interesting thing because Mikal Bridges has been known for his defense.
Yeah,
And
That's what makes him a star.
he been known for his defense, but now, I mean, but sometimes these points are empty, and I say that not to be judgmental, but
What you
when
mean?
there's really no scores on that team.
Yeah.
There was really no scores, and I'm gonna tell you, man. Um, this I want to say something that really bothers me, and I thought about this a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know how hurt Ben Simmons is physically,
Mm.
but mentally,
Yeah.
he is destroyed.
He going through it, man. Let's
Yeah,
not be the man when he's down though.
yeah. I'm not. I'm not. That's not the purpose of me bringing it up. It's the opposite. You know, a lot of Philly fans they feel a real way about how this thing transpired,
That's right.
and now, I mean, to see the damage, this guy would not even attempt to even come out there to Philadelphia. Like he is really going through it,
I think
man.
it's a Philly thing. He ain't played all year. I don't know where you
Nah,
gonna say
that
he ain't
he
played
been
all year.
he been put. I mean, listen, he was not coming back for the series. He will
Yeah,
not
but
set
he ain't
foot in
played all
Philly.
year. We can't say it's because of Philly.
I
He ain't
can't say
played
it's because
none.
this is what my thought process is. I thought they were just holding him out until the playoffs start, and they was gonna throw him out there. But being that they draw Philly, they ain't even gonna do it to him.
How about
The
they
psyche too
he
fragile. The
how
psyche too
about he
fragile.
was already going through it
Uh
and
huh.
he's still going through it.
Hmm.
We don't know if he would have been right if it would have been Milwaukee or anybody else. Who's to say who it was? At the end of the day, I like where Brooklyn's at. I like where Brooklyn's at right now. At the end of the day, you got rid of some. You won't get in that far anyway. Like who was over here? It wasn't working. You made the most out of what you got. You got you some trap picks. I think you can build around Mikael Bridges. I like what I see from him. I don't think they hollow points. I think he just don't got help. I think at the end of the day, he's showing his talent. Man, the dude went what? Was it 12 for 18? 2 for 4 from 3-point range? That's
Hmm.
12 for 18, 4 for 4 from the what's that? And he's a prime defender. At the end of the day, I think it started with not being able to slow down James Harden though. At the end of the day, we would have thought this was gonna be an MB slugger knocker, just go off on these boards and put up that 50 point and dominate. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, James Harden showed he got a little pep in the step, man. He can still get up and down that court and do James Harden things. I
Now,
like I
now,
like what I see
see,
from him.
you know what, Core?
Mhm.
I think it's too many of us who are not realizing what's going on with James Harden.
Mhm.
James Harden's role is different. If you think that James Harden is still not the same guy, he's still the same guy offensively.
Mhm.
He can go get 40 if he had to, but you
Uh-huh.
don't have to. You don't have to on this team. Like that pick and roll between James Harden and Embiid is unstoppable. It is
I don't know about that
unstoppable.
now.
It's
Mm.
unstoppable.
I don't know
It's
about that
unstoppable.
now.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, when you're getting 21 from Tobias Harris,
Yeah.
hey, ain't much more you can ask for.
Now that's somebody that got sent to the back burner going to that team because at the end of the day we forget who Tobias Harris was. We acting like this
Big
is
J.
something
Cole.
new.
That's Big J.
Yeah,
Cole
yeah,
right there,
yeah,
man.
he look just like J. Cole, bro. Him, J. Cole, and Quintel O's. They all look the same.
Big J. Cole, man. And man, and I'm gonna tell you, man, that was a sweet 11 points from B-Ball Paul.
Yes, sir.
76ers fans know B-Ball Paul. Everybody else, y'all gonna find out about this young boy.
Man, the
Y'all gonna
quiet,
find.
the problem I see that is Maxey didn't get off like that. We know he gonna make his statement on the series regardless. Maxey is a person that has to do that. I don't. This is one of the few matchups that I think is the most outmatched. If a
Mhm.
sweep was coming from anywhere, this is where it's gonna come from. I don't think they pose one challenge to Philly. I don't think they're gonna get a game. Be honest with you. I wish we could have put our stuff out
They might
yesterday,
get.
but I don't think they're gonna win a
Yeah,
game.
they might get a game because I honestly don't see. If we go up 2 games, I think that we should sit a game or two.
Let me ask you something. When we see this Philly, they score 121 points. Do you feel like you saw Philly at their best? I
Mm-mm,
feel like they took the gas off the pedal. They could have did worse. They could have put a 140 up on these boys. They could not defend them at all. They
mm-mm.
could not do anything. With the
So
overall, they shot 55%. Oh, hold on. They shot 47% from the field and 48% from 3.
Mhm.
God dang.
Or you don't remember me telling you this at the beginning of the season? I told you this team is built for playoffs. I don't care what's going on in the season. When the court shortens up and we start playing half court sets,
Mhm.
this team is built different. This team is built different.
All right, guys, let's see y'all in the comment section. Let's see what y'all think because he already know I'm gonna push back on this. But built for the playoff, built for what, man? At the end of the day, all right, y'all gonna get off on. Y'all really got lucky today. We're gonna get into that Giannis injury. I'm gonna tell you one thing, boy. Y'all really got lucky today, boy. With Giannis going there, we got to see how bad that back is. Y'all might just, you know what I'm saying, squeak to the finals. I don't know. You still got to get past the Celtics, but I like y'all over the Celtics. But I don't think y'all could have beat Milwaukee. But the question is, can Giannis be right? Because the Heats might take care of their business for y'all. He might finish y'all. Jimmy Buckets might finish y'all plate for you. You know.
Hey,
Jimmy.
Jimmy the homie, man.
Come on, man. Let's wait on that.
Jimmy the homie. Listen,
Hey,
we
Jimmy.
love Jimmy out here. We
If
respect Jimmy out here.
anybody want, don't y'all miss him in Philly? Like, why? I don't get that. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Why would Philly get rid of Jimmy, man? And in all
Because
honesty,
he's
I
mean.
think
Because he's mean. That's really what it came down to. Like,
you
because I'm gonna
need
say,
that.
listen, let me explain this to you, man. And I still to this day, it wasn't the right decision, but I would have made a decision. Ben Simmons had the potential to be all world.
Mhm.
I think that he is at that given point, he wasn't that far off from Giannis. That's how I feel like. I feel like
Ben Simmons.
I'm talking at the point when we had Jimmy Butler, where Giannis was shooting 20% from 3 at that point, 19%. He wasn't a shooter. Like, and we had Ben Simmons and they both could get to the basket. The difference is Jimmy Butler called it out before the rest of us. He said the boy was soft. And the same way he berated that team in Minnesota and destroyed their psyche, he brought that same mess out there to Philadelphia. It was destroying Ben Simmons every day. He was hurting his feelings every day.
Jimmy
And
different, man. He a different kind of player. Anytime you can put fake dreads in your head as extensions and act like they real, you're a different kind of guy. You don't care about people. You don't care what people think. He getting in the playoffs. He don't care if he shoot 0 for 21. Wouldn't worry about what people say. I'm gonna tell you a story about Jimmy. Y'all see the joint when Jimmy loses in the finals, right? And he puts another guy numbers out, right? I wish I could have downloaded that clip, right? So Jimmy comes up there. Jimmy says, "Man, you know what? I'm gonna take blame for everything that went on." He gives this number out, right? He said, "Anybody want to interview with me? Call this number." It turns out it was a whole nother dude number. Dude go online, don't even know Jim Buckner, right? He said, "Man, I got 900 missed calls from this." Jimmy wrong, yo. How you do some bad like that? You put some random dude number out like, yeah, y'all want to talk to me about the game. Y'all got anything to say to me, I'm going to answer all questions. Call me and get his number out. We like, Jimmy that gave his real number out. Nah, he gave some other dude that he does not know number.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
Let's go to
The Jimmy Butler stories from Minnesota, the things are unheralded, man. Like, he like, give me those guys over there that don't get in the game. Give me 4 of those guys.
And I go with it.
He said, I will beat all these starters because Cat's soft. He like Cat soft. Wiggins soft. They all soft. And he commits to get buckets after buckets after buckets.
No, he didn't never insult Wiggins. That's the one clip.
Oh, that's what it was?
That's the one thing I knew Wiggins was always good. I knew Wiggins when like Golden State got him was going to be a talented player because Jimmy had no problems with Wiggins. He knew who Wiggins was. He really Cat was the man. Cat was the man. He got on Cat. Cat kind of shaping into his own though. I think Cat is changing before our eyes. We'll see a lot more tonight. I want to see him. Give me 30 tonight during this big game, and I'm gonna put Cat up there. But let's move to this now. Celtics and the Hawks. Matter of fact, I gotta apologize to my Lord and Savior. If I said there's gonna be any biggest gap of the game, this is another one right here. The Celtics and the Hawks. I ain't got the Hawks winning the game either. Gosh almighty. I shouldn't have said just the Sixers. Hey, forgive me, Lord. Yeah, this game, these are the two games that really We don't even need to show on TV. We can go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get things done in your household, make sure things are together. Ain't no need to waste your time on these games. If one of them come on at 10 o'clock, make sure you get to sleep for work the next day. Ain't no need to waste no time on these. For real. Ain't no need to tune in. These are a waste of time. Hey, I'd be surprised if any one of them get a game. It's going to be 8-0 between those two teams. Celtics and 76ers. I got 8-0. You'll see that in the predictions, but
I don't think so.
how can they stop constant rim pressure by Ben Simmons and by Jason Tatum and what's his name?
All right, so he's on Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. How can they stop rim pressure?
I don't even think that's the way they win. I think they outscore them at least one game. I mean, they got a team full of shooters, bro. I mean, Trey, DeJounte, and Bogan. I mean, they can get buckets, man. I mean, they can steal a game. I believe they'll steal a game before the Nets steal one. I mean, Trey can go for 30. Like they held Trey to 16 points. That don't happen very often. DeJounte Murray only had 24. Clint Capella only had 12. John Collins only had 12. DeAndre Hunter only had 11. I think that they can have in Atlanta. They will score more.
I'm gonna say it like this: the Hawks got more chance of coming back in this doggone series as Derek White has a chance of his hairline coming back to his forehead, and there's no chance. There's no shot. There's no shots they coming back.
All right, and here goes something to think about. In the second half, and I know Boston turned it down a little bit, but they only scored 38 points in the second half.
Oh yeah, the game was over. They
just
blew
saying
them out.
I'm just saying
They blew them out in the first half. They blew them out in the first half.
I mean, and the same thing. I mean, Atlanta, they scored 31 in the third. 24.
What was the score at halftime?
At halftime, it was like 44 to like 70.
Yeah.
it was so crazy.
Yeah, they scored 45 in the second.
Yeah,
45 plus 29. Let's see. That is 30, 74 points. They scored 74 points in a half. They beat the dog daylights out of them boys, man. It was 19. What's 19 plus 20? That's 44. 44 to golly. The game was over. I don't care what they scored in the second half. The game was over. It was not. Ain't nobody playing no more after that. They just want to get the game over.
Yeah, I mean, I agree
the Hawks won't play. Nobody will play that game. It's a blowout. There's no way. They stand no shot. I'm telling you, they got just as good of a chance of coming back in this series as Derek White got a chance of his hairline coming back to his forehead. No shot. He need to cut that mess off. Golly, just cut it off just like they need to tap out. They have no shot in this series, bro. It's dead.
You might be right.
Dead in the water.
Going to the next one. You might be right.
Oh yeah, I meant to put that up. But we're going to the Knicks. Now this
I like this. I like this.
This is a exciting series.
I like this.
What do you like the most about this series?
Man, because they both good young teams.
Mm-hmm.
They're both really good young teams.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that Jalen Brunson signing, it looked like it was an overpay. It looked like an overpay. But he is rounding this team out. This team is rounding out.
What made them think that dude Osman had a chance of holding him? He sauced this dude up so many times. It was crazy. Same jump. Do. Hezzy, drive. He was dancing. Man, I had this dance. Oh my God. Osman over here still shook up, man. He shook up so bad, man. I'm trying to tell you, he's gonna need some Pepto by the end of that game. Golly, cuz. Man, getting stomach aches.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't know what is going on with Karis LeVert, but I feel like he is the reason why they weren't able to pull this thing out. If they could have got something, if they could have got anything from him,
that boy, golly, 1 for 7, 18 minutes. Golly, cuz, why are you on the court?
Yeah, I mean, Donovan did his thing, man. I remember
man.
you were saying he might score fifth.
Yeah, I mean, he slowed it down in the third quarter, but he was on pace. That boy was relentless. He needed somebody else to come do the dishes because he fits the whole meal for him. And then nobody want to come to do the dishes. They brought that thing back. That game was close. That game was very close. And Donovan Mitchell was like, I don't care. Get on my back and come along for the ride. That man is different. He is him out there. But I told you, man, one thing they need to change up. I blame coaching for this because there's not a man in the world that could not see that dude Osman could not hold Brunson. You need to change that up. There's no way that you keep that guy on.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, man. I think that this Cavaliers team is like a player away.
A player away, yeah, I agree. A player away from the like competing for a championship.
Yeah. I think they're a 6-man away.
I think they should have made that move for Kevin Durant. I like Kevin Durant on Cleveland more than I like him on Phoenix.
Oh, what's happening, CJ? He said he doesn't feel as free as he used to. When you don't have a green light like you used to, you can't get tight. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, because I agree. I think LeVert can go, man. Like I said, like it's just, but you're right, man. Different roles, and that's what I was saying about. That's what I was saying about Harden. Like when you go into a different role, when you go from creating your shot to taking your shot, it's a different thing. But they got to figure out a way to manage these minutes to where he can be that guy with that second unit.
I don't think it is. I mean, my thing is, I think the Knicks. I had this is the reason why I told you I wanted to do these picks before we even win because I had the Knicks and I thought it was going to be one that people going to think I was crazy for picking the Knicks. But overall, I think to beat the Knicks, you got to be good at shooting the three ball. Because at the end of the day, they got a guaranteed 2 monster down there in Julius Randle. That rebound won the game too. That offensive rebound was, oh my God, not giving up on that play. Yeah, but Julius Randle is a player, is a baller. But the question is, at the end of the day, can they hit that three ball? And I don't. Darius Garland, he just ain't it from the three. They need somebody that really can knock that thing down.
I got some bad news for you, Corey.
What's
you
up?
thinking the Knicks?
You don't think the Knicks gonna win? I got the Knicks. I mean, we're gonna see it in my prediction. I picked the Knicks from the get go. I got the Knicks in 6. Knicks in 6. I only picked that because it rhymes. I would have said Knicks in 7, but it didn't rhyme. So I said, you know what? They're gonna do it in 6 to make me right.
Yeah, I think it'll be Cavs in 6. Ain't nothing trendy about that. What's going on with this? The next one, man. We get into the Warriors. Or what we doing?
What's the next game? The next game is the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors. Thoughts on the game, man? I'm gonna let you start it off.
No, sir. No,
Want
sir.
me to start off?
No, sir. Let's hear it, because I got plenty to say.
I mean, I think it was a loss. It was a good game. Number one, there's some fixes that we got. All these people that's going crazy is just weird to me, man. And I mean, I told you I've been in this thing for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? Every time this stuff happen like this, it happens the same way. And I'm like, did they forget the last time? It's always weird to me. It's weird to me every time. I promise you that, because not that long ago, we was down 0-2 to the Cavaliers in the championship. And things it's some of the same problems that we presented now. Constant rim pressure, not being able to stay in front of them. They picked on Klay Thompson, but at the end of the day, I'm confident in the Warriors showing their mettle. And people act like I don't understand how many times a person can be wrong before they understand that this team rises above the others. When it's time to show up, they lost by 3 last night, and people calling me this morning, man, it's over. Golly, over? One game on the road? If they would have won, I'm like, if they would have won, would have been over? Is that the question? So it's weird to me. It's just real weird to me. So I got to ask myself, that I really look at the game and really assess like what's things that we need to do better. Number one, they picked on Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson got to be able to stop rim pressure, because at the end of the day, they was too comfortable with getting on our back line. Monk and De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, to me, I'm comfortable saying this, he is the best clutch player in the NBA today. Right now, I saw that man going to the clutch and he didn't miss a beat. I'm comfortable standing up and saying that 10 toes down. Yeah. So that's a problem. But at the end of the day, I like Kevon Looney on Sabonis. I think Kevon Looney on Sabonis would be a problem. That's a problem that they ain't ready to solve. So, I mean, I saw shots. I do think the Warriors need to get better at not taking difficult shots. I think they need to decrease. Believe it or not, I think they need to decrease what's the name's minutes and increase Gary Payton's. Cause with I'm gonna tell you a play about before this Jordan Poole. A play at halftime, right? And I get mad at this, right? Jordan Poole brings the ball with Steph right there. Get that ball to Steph. Because in those seconds, I want Steph Curry because he's gonna always be smart. It's nothing you could beat about experience. Like, I'm not saying Jordan Poole's not talented, but he does not gain that experience overnight. He has to gain it, and I'm not willing to risk it. At that play, he turned the ball over. He had 10 seconds on the clock. He turned the ball over, and then what's name got fouled, and they got 2 points on that play. 10 seconds on the clock. That's a play where you either score or you don't, and game goes to halftime. But when 10 seconds on the clock, you don't give up, turn the ball over, and let them get 2 points. But he rushed down there with nobody else in position. He went 1-on-3. These are stupid decisions to make at that time. And I'm not saying Poole is not a great player. He's a good player. But at the end of the day, he's a liability on defense. And he's just not as good with Steph and Clay on the court than he is with those two together. And I think Wiggins, a biggest thing with Wiggins being in the starting lineup and getting his feet up on him not being able to knock down that 3 ball, I'm not worried about that because a career 40% shooter, he's going to knock that down. And I trust that at the end of the day. He ain't with it, which is fine. That's okay. I like that shot out of all the shots that I seen last night. That shot that was a miss because that was Klay Thompson getting rim pressure, kicking it out to a wide open shoot. If we get those, we'll be comfortable. But him being able to knock down that shot can make them come out of the box and one that they running on Steph Curry. They're running the box and one. It's typical what we see. Steph Curry has seen that for a while since the Raptor game. We know what to do with that, but they got to be able to knock down the shot. It's nothing he can do about it. At the end of the day, the players around him got to step up because they're going to run a box and one on him. You can't allow that. Players got to knock down shots. On to you.
Okay. Sacramento has earned a seat at the table. Now, for the longest, and when I mean the longest, I mean 17 years to be exact. That's the last time they won a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
They won this game with physicality and pace. Physicality and pace. Like, if you could if you could be more physical than Golden State and control the pace, then you got a chance against them. The second thing, that stadium was so loud, you couldn't even hear the referees' whistles. They are building a culture there. Now, for the longest, they've been the laughingstock of the NBA. Now, do I think they're going to beat Golden State? Probably not. But it feels good to see this youth movement that's happening in the NBA, man.
I think they're a talented team. They're very, very talented team.
I mean, Fox never gets any respect. Like, there's never any respect for the guy.
Here's some big shots, man.
Malik Monk, that dude is a microwave, bro.
I don't know, man. I think he got a lot from the line, bro. 14 free throws is just ridiculous, man.
Man, free throws
That's
are earned,
ridiculous,
brother. First, free throws are earned.
Yeah, he got up there, but Steph Curry had, 4? And him to have 14? That's ridiculous. Like, Steph get the same. I'm one to say this. Like, it's star players, certain star players, they get so much of a name for themselves that they don't get fouled. LeBron James is one of them. LeBron James gets fouled a lot, and he probably should have more. And Zion Williams and Steph Curry. It's amazing. It's like we assume that it's going in, so we don't want to call foul and give him an and one. But Steph Curry gets fouled all the time. He drive, but he doesn't get that. But if he miss it, they'll give him the 2. But the problem is when he makes it, they don't want to get it. But it's equal amount if you give it to a player that's missing a shot, because you give them 2 from the line, and that's why their field goal percentage stays magnificent. Because even though they missing the shot, they ain't got to worry about it because they go on the free throw line. The shot was never taken. Steph Curry makes the shot, And at the end of the day, he's not getting the N1 because they're going to wait and see what's he affected. But most of the time, Steph Curry going to finish through the contact regardless. And I'm telling you, like, you watched the game yesterday, the same exact things that were happening to Malik Monk was happening to Steph. But Steph was not getting those calls.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. In probably for the rest of the series, Malik Monk won't get the same calls. I mean, it is what.
And that's what I'm okay with.
It is what it is. It is.
I think you cannot give up that many points to Malik Monk. That's the only thing that I'm upset about is Malik Monk doing it. He's a great player. He's a good player. I'm not. I mean, stunning on him or nothing. He ain't that good.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's been this way for a long time. That Kentucky, like Malik Monk, has been that type of player. He has been the streaky scorer his entire life, probably his entire life. Like he will win. He will shoot you in a game and shoot you out of game.
Okay, you're 32, man.
And today he shot them in the game. So I mean, yesterday he shot them in the game. So yeah.
And another thing that Harrison Barnes 3 is something that that pull up jumper. I mean that he hit. That's a big game shot. Now I mean, there's a reason why Harrison is no longer going to go to state because he couldn't pull that shot. So Lyles was a big. That was a beast.
Big. But I'm gonna tell you, man. You know the funny thing, I'm just seeing a maturity with Harrison Barnes.
What are you talking about? Yeah, he is the. He's the. Who can you compare it to him? It's a big. What's the old boy Steven Jackson?
Yeah,
I mean he's the heart of the team. Yeah. He might not be the best player, but he's our. I don't want to say Draymond Green because he's not the voice. Yeah,
he's been through the bad. Like you know, he ain't asked for his way out. He just stuck it out with these boys. He didn't see, and now they actually winning. So I mean, he is leading by example. That's what I would say. He is leading by example. I'm proud of that young boy, man. I'm glad they got the win. I don't think they're gonna get very many more of them, but well earned, well deserved. Happy.
What do you think about his bonus matchup though, man? I mean, he can't do when Looney throw them hands up. He like, I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna foul you. I'm just gonna tell you, shoot that hook shot over top of me. If you get it, you get it. But it's a lot harder to shoot hook shots against this. That's all he gonna do. You're not about to bull rush through me because he's good for ducking that shoulder, putting his doggone shoulder to your chest and knocking you back a couple of feet to get that space. But he's not able to do that on them. People don't see what I saw. Like when I say that's going to be a problem for Sabonis because when he put his shoulder to his chest, Looney don't fly back. Looney just stays right there, hands up, and forces you to try to make that shot. And that little hook shot is not – I see him airball. And Sabonis is good for that. He knocks that down consistently.
Yeah, man, but you got to remember that Sabonis is extremely versatile. Like, if he get out of the pocket, you know, he can take a few steps back. Like,
but he can't – he's not a great shooter. He's not a great shooter.
He's decent enough, man. You see him in Indiana. He's decent enough. All right, let's go to the next one, man. Next one.
Bucks and the Heat. Oh my God, that was the upset of the day, wasn't it? But like I say, man, we got to tell the truth. Bucks might be in trouble if Giannis is not right. Let's not get this straight. Giannis is that team. They won a lot of games behind them, but they ain't won a lot of games against Miami. At the end of the day, Jimmy Buckets is a problem in the playoffs. People like to compare Jimmy to regular season Jimmy. It is not the same. Jimmy Butler in the playoffs is different. He's a different guy. It's two totally different players. If anybody has seen Jimmy Butler in the regular season, see him in the playoffs, it's like he takes that suit off, that Jimmy Butler suit off, and put on that Jimmy Bucket suit. Because for real, he could have been in the championship last year. Tyler Hero went down, bro. He didn't skip a beat. Jimmy is that guy, bro. I'm telling you.
Man, I'm going to tell you, this Gabe Vincent, when I tell you I am looking for this to be fake, but he just shows up and he just plays, man. Like Gabe Vincent, I think that he's the X factor here, man. I think he's the X factor. I think he's the X factor. With Tyler Hero not gonna play, how long is Tyler Hero gonna be out?
I don't know, man. He always get hurt, man. For real. I like his heart. I like that he's there. He's gonna be out about 3 to 4 weeks, man. That's it,
Yeah,
man.
I think Gabe Vincent gonna step up, man.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I'm not mad at it. But Kevin Love though, Kevin Love talking about putting some, you know what I'm saying, knocking the cobwebs off that thing, man. We thought Kevin Love was done then. Thought he was done. That's the reason
I
why
don't know,
I
man. He
don't
ought
think
to be
Cavaliers
fresh.
should.
He ain't been playing no real basketball. He been sitting around playing a few minutes here, a few minutes there.
But the truth is, why did the Cavaliers get rid of this guy, man? My heck, never get rid
Nah,
of him.
man. I mean, they got a young team, man. And not to mention, Kevin has suffered enough. He suffered enough on them bad Cleveland teams, man. He suffered enough. They let that man go chase a ring, man. Let him get his ring. Because the truth of the matter is, he was on a Hall of Fame trajectory.
He ain't on the right team to win the ring.
I'm just saying, it's better than where he was at Cleveland.
Should have came to Golden State.
Maybe. Y'all would have played him 8 minutes a game. Y'all would have given him that Blake Griffin treatment.
No, we could use a big man right now. We got a road for a big man right now.
Man,
That's
Kevin really
facts,
ain't
though.
that. Kevin really ain't that big man no more. He just a
How
shooter.
long do you think what's name is going to be out though? Giannis.
I don't know.
I think they
What-
done. They
what-
done.
what-
And Giannis can't play. He only played 11 minutes. He's back. He out.
Yeah, I know, but what are they saying? I mean, how long are they saying? Let me.
He back. It's back. That's what they're saying. Back underwent X-rays, came back negative, and that's it. Doubtful
Okay.
right now.
I'm just checking right now. They said they're gonna monitor and see how he feels when he wakes up in the morning.
That's not an injury you could play through, man. Yeah, I don't know whether y'all ever hurt y'all back, man. See, I got this problem with my upper disc, right? So when I pull that thing, man, I'm trying to tell you, you can't play through that joint. Like I can't turn. Nah, man, I do stretches every day to kind of keep my joint right. That's something that you can't fight through, man. Anybody that dealt with a back injury know what I'm talking about. It is something serious.
Yeah, I'm saying being that the X-rays came back negative, more than likely it's probably gonna be a nerve issue. It's probably, I mean, more than likely, because I doubt it's a muscle inflammation issue. The boy is a muscle. he agree.
One big old muscle.
He just one big muscle, so I'm sure it's a nerve issue. I'm pretty sure they'll medicate him, highly medicate him.
But I agree with CJ, man. Hey, I agree with him, man. It's gonna be some trouble.
Yeah,
man.
If Greek Freak don't come back, it's over. Or Chris Middleton gonna have to show us he can get fifth. Like, that's the only way. He gonna have to show us he can get fifth.
Yeah. Well, on to the next one, man. Let's dive into this thing, man. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Lakers. That's 112 to 128. Man, for real, this was the same game. I thought I was about to call y'all because LeBron did not. At halftime, golly, how much he had? Like 7 points. Boy, he turned it on because he was about to be a roast right now. I'm trying to tell you, he would have dropped this game.
Corey, I told you this. I'm gonna tell you. I said it before. I think this Laker team goes deep into the playoffs.
I think they go deep too. Who wouldn't think they go deep? They the number one defense since the All-Star break. Yeah, they have the number one defense since the All-Star break.
I think it's actually a good team now. They want a good team with Russell. They're a good team now.
Do you think this dude Rule Hachimura keeps it up like that though?
Yeah.
And then Ja Morant getting hurt is a problem too. If Ja's not right, this series over.
I'm gonna tell you this: it's gonna get spicy.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get spicy if Bron and the boys, because I think they easily get through this. I think they easily beat Ja with. I think that Ja too busy trying to be NBA young boy to be an NBA player. I think that once LeBron gets into the second round, if LeBron gets out of the second round, things get spicy. You don't want to see Bron in the Western Conference Finals.
No, I think he can get all the way there. I think for real, if Brian got a chance for a title, this is his best chance this year. Because the West is murky. And I think the Lakers can compete with everybody in the West, including us. I think the Lakers match up well with what they like to do and what they can do. They match up a lot different than every other team, and they can present problems for every single team. So, with that said, I think the team that they do not want to match up with is Phoenix. But Phoenix might go down before they meet them. Like they ain't got to worry about that. They got to go through Phoenix might not beat the Clippers, but I got Phoenix beating the Clippers. But then they got to go through the Nuggets.
I think
That's gonna be a problem.
I think the Lakers would much rather see Phoenix than the Clippers.
Paul George's not playing. You saying with Paul George? You saying
I'm
without
saying-
Paul George? You think they're gonna be?
I don't think you want to see Kawhi.
I'm saying with no Paul George, it's gonna be a problem because who you gonna have on Anthony Davis? You can put Kawhi on LeBron, but who you gonna put on Anthony Davis?
He wasn't gonna do well with George either.
I mean, unless you're gonna say Zubac. They can put Zubac on the ball. I think he's gonna murder him. I think Zubac gonna get murdered out there. I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna tape that thing off.
I don't know. I think that you rather go with KD than to go against Kawhi. That's just my personal opinion in the playoffs.
I don't know, man. I don't think they can slow Phoenix down. I mean, Phoenix, KD, yeah, that's a tough draw, man. At the end of the day, what's gonna come down to Phoenix, man, and we'll talk about that in the next game, but we'll stay on the Lakers here. But the Lakers, man, I think they got a good draw. I think they can make it. I think LeBron got a good chance, especially with the Bucks going. I don't think he could beat a healthy Giannis, but Giannis being down. I think the worst thing they can match up against is the Celtics in the East. And I told you, it's not nothing against Philly. I just don't believe in big man winning. So I don't believe in the Nuggets.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that I had concern with. The Lakers ran a 9-man rotation. That right there.
Every team runs 9-man.
Listen. They only ran one big man, which is Anthony Davis. And I'm telling you, I think you rather go against. With running the way that you run it, you'd rather go against Phoenix than to go against the Clippers, thinking that you're gonna run that 9-man rotation. I don't think it's sustainable.
I think every team runs. We run 9-man. We run 9-man. Say 9-man. That's your rotation when you get in the playoffs. That's the reason why things tighten up. Because at the end of the day, you got to start quiet.
You think
increase minutes.
Because
you ain't playing back to backs.
I'm just saying. You think that Rui
No,
is suitable.
I don't think you're seeing another game from him like that.
Yes,
but I do believe.
I think you got to throw Bamba out there for a few minutes.
Austin Reeves is that guy. He's not.
Yeah, Austin. He been carrying that team, man.
Yeah, for real. Austin has been.
He been holding them down.
Yeah,
he been holding them down.
Yeah, in those moments, like people say what they want about LeBron, but can you at least admit LeBron does look old?
No, listen, LeBron does not look like. This is the thing. LeBron is 39 years old. I'm not saying that he's playing like a 39-year-old. He's just not playing.
People
like
out there that still think LeBron is in his prime. I'm like, come on, guys.
No, I mean he's at the back end of his prime, but he ain't no slouch. He ain't no slouch.
All right, that's all I'm asking for. I've been saying that for about 2 years now.
Oh, no, this is this year. This year he's
about 2 years. He been out of his prime. About 2 years. I don't know what y'all think, LeBron. What is LeBron's prime? Y'all let me hear it in the comments.
LeBron had a longer prime than anybody. He probably has the longest prime of any basketball player in the history of basketball.
I think LeBron has not been in his prime since he took the headband off. Prime LeBron is with the headband on. Them years in Miami, when he was at his physical peak and also at his mental peak at the same time. LeBron is getting LeBron getting off straight off right now from a standpoint of how much he knows of the game. But physically, he is no longer the same defender. That is true, it's crazy. Like you just imagining that you only count the offensive side. LeBron James hasn't played defense in years.
Man, this is what I'm gonna say about LeBron. When I watch him, he still has the same, and I don't know how he's maintained this explosiveness. Yeah. He still has it. He just doesn't have it for sustained periods of time like he would.
You're no longer prime. That's the definition of going out of your prime. You're no longer in your prime.
You know what the sad part? Even if you don't think that he's in his prime, he is still top 10. And wouldn't nobody argue?
I would agree with that.
He's still top 10. And you said the guy not in his prime is still top 10. That tells you how great he was. And
I'm not saying he won't
at this point, Jordan was with the Wizards, and you know what we was getting with Jordan with the Wizards.
Oh my God. But let's get to Jordan. I'm telling you right now. I think LeBron is ultra talented. I think that is a huge thing about it. That he is still top 10 and no longer in his prime. That speaks to how great LeBron was when he was in his prime. Like people like you act like just because I tell the truth, that's a knock on LeBron. No, it's when you tell the truth, you give more relevance to who he is. You're speaking so much to who he is. Like at the end of the day, LeBron James is ultra talented. I'm not knocking him for being out of his prime. Age beats us all. And right now, to say LeBron can go out there and guard somebody on the perimeter like he did back when he had the headband on, it's just ridiculous. No, he's not stepping out there. He might do it on 1 or 2 plays, but for a series, no. No shot. No shot. You put LeBron James out there on KD, he gets sauced up every play. Every single play. But you put LeBron James back there on KD, yes, sir. He giving you stops and everything. But he can't do that. No.
Listen, man, you don't play the game to make stops on KD. It's hard to do that. There's very few players that's getting stops on KD.
I'm saying he could.
I get what you're saying. Man.
Yes, but, in his prime, he could
put it like this, man. 40-year-old LeBron is still better than 20-year-old whoever you name. Put it like that. Whoever you name.
Yeah, I mean, ain't no
20-year-old whoever you name.
It ain't that many 20-year-old players in the NBA.
22-year-old whoever you name.
I don't know who 22. I gotta look at it.
Exactly. All right, moving on.
A healthy Zion, I take over LeBron though. A healthy Zion.
Okay. Where you find that at? What out on the grocery store do you find healthy Zion?
Hey man, for real. I think
in the whole food section.
Suns and Clippers. Suns and Clippers. That score right now is what? You got that score?
88, 85.
Do the Suns lose this game?
I doubt it, man. I doubt KD drops it. I mean, right now, let's go look at some of the numbers here in this game. Right now,
Kawhi is just my God.
That's my point, man. That is my point.
Kawhi is just different.
You just don't want. I'm telling you, just don't want Kawhi. I'd rather take my chances with KD because Kawhi gonna do it on both ends of the ball.
A healthy Kawhi is just trouble. Trouble. You don't want that trouble. Trouble. I'm trying to tell you.
He doing it by himself too. I mean, he is really.
Eric Gordon popped off early, but I don't know. He just dried up. He had 12 points early. He got 14 points now. I'm talking about first quarter. I think he had 12. Rest of this game, he drew up 2. Oh my God, what is Westbrook out here doing? Staking it up.
Hey, the same thing Landry Shamet doing. Landry Shamet stinking it up too.
Westbrook out here staking it up, boy.
Hey, don't do that because Landry out there stinking it up too. Boy, 18 minutes, got 1 rebound and 4 points. He out there smelling terrible.
Man, I do not care about this. Westbrook, 3 for 17, 1 for 5. Staking it up out there, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey man, what happened to TJ Warren? What happened to Bubble Boy, man? You don't remember when Bubble Boy was out there dropping 50 on them boys?
Yeah, cuz.
What happened?
I don't know. He got out the bubble, man. Do you think, for real, because I tell people they don't understand how advantageous it is to certain teams to be in the bubble. To not have to travel, to be right there. Not to players like that, I mean, it's different. It's different, and it's more advantageous to young players that play in a tournament. As you coming out of a tournament, you understand they play in a certain area. So you got the West, they play in certain areas. So like some teams play in Charlotte, and they stay there through the whole first games of this tournament. So that's tournament style life in the bubble. You're there, you're able to stay hot, you're in the atmosphere, you can get hot and build on that. It's different when you got to travel to road games. You got to go, you got to eat, sleep different. Everything, your schedule is different. To live in that environment, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't, a 7-game series, most of the time, I can tell you the best team wins in the NBA. The best team wins in the NBA. The best team don't win in the NCAA all the time. It's not as common. You know what I'm saying? The best team sometimes, I believe when Duke won that year, I think Kentucky was the best team. When Kentucky lost the doggone Wisconsin and Duke beat Wisconsin, Kentucky was the best team that year. but they lost. At the end of the day, they lost.
Yeah, I mean, I think this. I think that the bubble. I think that it was advantageous to somebody like LeBron James that has the discipline
Yeah.
to really buckle down. Like he's in his vibe. Like a guy like LeBron who's used to so many different distractions. For him to actually sit like a guy like Kobe. If you put Kobe in the bubble, I don't think nobody beats Kobe in the bubble. Like a guy that wants to be at the gym at 4 a.m. anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
He
mean,
ain't got nothing else. He ain't got no family to worry about.
He
You
ain't
just
got a- yeah,
basically
he ain't-
telling this man he has freedom to only care about basketball.
yeah, to be a sociopath.
Yeah.
Like if you're a basketball sociopath and all you care about is basketball, you mean tell me you're gonna lock me in this facility and tell me
Yeah.
all I can do is play basketball when the rest of
God.
these guys is trying to sneak in chicken wings?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These guys are
Trying
getting
to
lemon
sneak out
pepper
the
wings.
chicken wing
Yeah.
and dogs on strip clubs.
Yeah,
And
they
this
get
man
lemon
over
pepper
here,
wings.
and he getting good night sleeps, early morning workouts,
Yeah.
chef salads. He ain't worried about nothing. I think the biggest thing was advantage to Anthony Davis. Because at the end of the day, you put this man in limited time to worry about anything else but basketball. And he had a shortened season.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good time to get completely healthy. For that stretch, he only had to remain healthy for that stretch. I think the most advantage to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis.
I think it was some. I mean, I guess they on the same team, so you never know which one it was. But I think that with LeBron, like just the way that whole scenario where he didn't have to deal with nothing but basketball. I think that's it. I mean, because like I said, I mean, a lot of those guys, stuff. Jimmy Butler out there selling coffee. Like these guys were just living this like this was a sleepover. God, those basketball sociopaths, they were trying to do something. But as far
I'm
as
gonna
this
change
game-
my pickup, man. I had Suns, man. I'm picking the Clippers. I'm picking the Clippers solely because Kawhi Leonard is just different. I trust Kawhi Leonard in the clutchness of the game over Kevin Durant. I think Kawhi Leonard is the better clutch player out of this whole job. I didn't see what's his name fall in the clutch. What's his name? I seen Luka do it to him. I believe Kawhi Leonard is gonna knock these boys off, man. That's the one player. You right. You don't want to play Kawhi like that.
No, I mean, I watched that game when he hit that game winner against the 76ers. He stole our championship. I mean, Kawhi Leonard single-handedly with the Raptors. He was just too much. He was just too much. He is too much, man. Like because on the defensive side of the ball, and they don't even put him on the best defender. They'll put him on anybody. And that person, he's out the game. Whoever you put Kawhi on, he's done. He's done. Don't even throw the ball over there.
Must got him on Shamet, boy, because Shamet is out here staking it up.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, and then on the other side, he just gonna get buckets, and he's physical, and he's strong.
Yeah, man.
And his hands are weird. You know, I mean, like,
you seen them Jones?
yeah, them just
They just like it doesn't look real. Like people, I don't know whether y'all ever seen like a close up on that man's hand. Like get a basketball, put your hand on the basketball, then Google Kawhi Leonard hand on the basketball and see how much his hand wrap around that basketball.
It's like a little kid basketball. It's like a
yeah,
little kid basketball.
It doesn't make sense. He got to be like Looney Tune type hands, man. He probably can palm a head, man. Like wrap all fingers around the back of your head from the front. Like it's weird hands, man. How you got these alien hands?
Yeah,
God, but Kawhi, yeah, I'm gonna change my pick up, man. For real. I think the Suns are a great team. I think Kawhi Leonard is that kind of player. And people think Kevin Durant he's a good player, but certain players rise above others.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, I want to see Bones Hyland get going because I think that Bones is really good. I like Bones.
Bones is good. Bones is good on offense, though. He's a problem. He's a liability on defense. He reminds me of Jordan Poole. The same problems. He present the same problem. They can't stay in front of that guy. And constant rim pressure is the worst thing to have on. Like that's what I'm explaining. Like rim pressure is this: when a person is able to get downhill and force your defense to have to rotate. At the end of the day, you don't want to spend a bunch of time rotating. You need guys that can stay in front of guys and prevent rim pressure. Because even if you don't make the shot, you still got a chance for offensive rebounds. All these things to happen because your back line front court has to collapse on this guy. And with that, cutters. It allows cutters to the basket. And this is problems. Anybody that can get constant rim pressure. And that, I mean, you see it with the best of them, but Bones Hyland can do it, but he can't stay in front of his guy. He breaks down your defense, man, and calls them to rotate. Forces guys to get hot. He's a problem on defense.
Yeah, he's a high gravity guy.
Yeah.
He start putting the ball in the basket. You gotta start defending him.
We got a few times. Let's run through what we got on this Timberwolves and Nuggets game.
Yeah. I think yeah. I really like that Timberwolves team.
Me too, man.
I've been feeling like they next up for so long. I just don't think they match up very well with.
I think if I could see, I wanted this a Cat. That we about to find out who Cat is. But because if Cat can step up, if Cat can be, I think he is the pivotal point of this game. If he can match Jokic in offensive production, just offensive production, they're gonna be a problem for them. And Anthony Edwards, oh my God, what are you doing out here? Anthony Edwards do not look like he's ready for the playoffs. Because against that Laker game and that Nets play-in game, that boy been staking it up out there, man. God, Lee Anthony Edwards, what are you doing? Rudy Gobert, man, hey, you came back, man. And that Nets game and that play-in to get him in, dropping that 24 points, 24, 25, I can't exactly remember what it is, but it's around there. Yeah, I like what Rudy did, man. A lot of people threw that man under the bus for doing what he's doing. But sometimes you got to punch a player in the face, man. Got to let him know. If that man called him a B to his face, he got to be able to accept them consequences. I know a lot of people. I know what Draymond Green would have did.
Yeah, I mean, nah.
Who you think?
I think
because I think that man straight up called that man a B in front of the whole team. If he would have allowed that to happen, he would have lost all respect on the team. When he just sat down and played the game for the rest of the game. In that moment right then, how can he respectfully go back in that game and play like nothing happened? That man said, "Shut up, you are," to his face in front of the whole squad. Everybody, coaches, staff, everybody there. You telling me right there. Like, be honest, Sam. I know we supposed to be able to eat things. At the end of the day, how can that man say he a leader of the team if he let this man call him that in that moment? It's during the timeout. It's quiet, man. Everybody listening to the coach. They hear this joke. Man, shut up. You a B.
Man, I bet you stuff like that happens more often than not, man.
Probably so. But to Rudy, nah, it's all right if it ain't true, but it's true. Come on, man. You know he's soft, man. Do you think Rudy should have just swallowed that pill?
Yeah. We know he ain't like that.
I know, but that gives the team to say, okay, you can't just do that to Rudy. He punch you in the chest with a little light jump. Might not be nothing that serious, but a little light jump. Yeah, but nah, man. Rudy came back in the next game, showed up though, showed up. So I like this matchup because I don't think Rudy posed any problems to Jokic. I think Jokic still gonna be the same guy that he is. I don't think he slowed Jokic down at all.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead.
He doesn't have the body type.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This might. Oh man, I think with Jaden McDaniels, I think that's the biggest issue. Jaden McDaniels not being there because Jaden McDaniels, he played that defense, man. Like, don't nobody play defense.
I agree.
Don't nobody play.
He's the best defender in the NBA. He's the best defender on the NBA.
So I mean, a lot of people they're not looking at it like, Jaden McDaniels is a problem, but I mean, he's not playing. So
he's the best on-ball defender in the NBA, hands down. I don't think there's nobody that on ball can play defense better than him. Like Draymond Green is a good front court defender. He collapses, he rotates, and do all that stuff well. But on ball, taking your man, like you say the things you say about Kawhi, Jaden McDaniels is that guy on defense. He don't got the offense, but he has that defense. On ball, he's a great defender. You could put him on Porter.
Yeah, I mean, so
and that's gonna be the problem.
Yeah, so I'm thinking That's if they had that, I'd give them a puncher's chance. But yeah, I really like Minnesota, but I don't think this is it. They will
We'll
still
find
win.
out tonight though.
They'll
I ain't
still
gonna
win.
pick.
They'll
I'm gonna
still
pick the
win.
Nuggets. Yeah, they're gonna get one, maybe two. I got.
They get one.
Yeah.
They get one. They get one.
I want to give them two, but yeah, I would say one. I agree with you. But let's go ahead and move on because we at that time. Let's get our predictions out of the way. Who you got? 76ers versus Nets.
76ers, I think it's gonna be a sweep.
Yeah, me too. 76ers sweep. All right, who you got? Celtics versus Hawks.
Celtics. I think they drop a game.
I got a sweep in that one too.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go 4-1.
All right, Knicks and Cavs.
Yeah, I'm going 4-3 Cavs.
4-3 Cavs. So you got them beating 7. I got 4-2 Knicks.
Okay.
Warriors Kings.
Four, 3 Warriors. I think it goes 7.
Yeah, I got 4-2 Warriors. Bucks Heats. That's a hard one because I don't know what's going on with Giannis.
I'm saying I'm gonna go Heat.
Yeah, I mean I gotta go Heats right now with Giannis on the. I'm saying strictly if Giannis were healthy, I think Bucks beat him. But without Giannis right now with his back injury, I gotta go Heats, and I'm gonna say Heats 4-1. Well, no Giannis, Heats beat them 4-1. They ain't gonna win number one game.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. It just makes me.
That's an ugly game.
I much rather not see Milwaukee. I don't want no part of y'all.
Yeah.
I don't want no part of y'all. I think we match up better. I think we match up better with Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
So we got it going in. Yeah, it's hard. It's tough. I mean, that's a tough.
If matter of fact, I'm gonna assume that Giannis misses 2 more games. So that tells me I think it's gonna be 4. I think it's 4-3 Miami.
If he misses, let me see. I don't know, man. If he don't come back, it's 4-1. They probably only won one game without Giannis. If he comes back, if Giannis plays, I'd take the Bucks. Even if he come back after 2 games, I'd take the Bucks.
See, the issue is you're assuming that he will come back at 100.
Yeah.
I think that Giannis is one of the toughest. I think he's one of the toughest players, the most toughest, dedicated players, and the fact that he did not finish that game tells me that he hurt.
Yeah.
It tells me that he.
I'm gonna say Heat's 4-1. I'm gonna say Heat's 4-1 because, like you say, man, I don't. Let's move on. Lakers, Grizzlies.
Hey man, I'm pulling LA.
Yeah, I think it's LA, and I'm gonna go with LA for the sweep too, man. I think they're gonna broom these boys. And I'm not saying just because of that one game. If what's the name, Ja Morant's hurt too. Hurt his hand. Ja Morant went down when they were up by 2. Ja Morant's not healthy. Lakers gonna sweep this thing.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and say Lakers 4-2.
Ja Morant healthy 4-2. I say 4-2 if he get healthy. But Ja Morant, man, I don't know, man. His playoff career been a lot of injuries. Suns Clippers 4-3 Clippers. Man, get man out of the way. Clips up right now.
It's tough, man.
199.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reconsider, and I'm gonna say this: if Devin Booker don't become the man right now,
He ain't it.
I'm just saying, man. For the life of me, you've been crying to not have a double team. There's no way he getting a double team right now.
Nah, he falls in big moments. We ain't saying
I'm just saying. I think that it's not KD that's gonna be the problem. I think it's gonna be Devin Booker. I'm gonna go ahead and say 4-3 Suns. This is the game I'm more sure is gonna go 7 games in and the rest of it.
And hold on, let's not just put it all on. Where does Chris Paul legacy go? Because right now he got 5 points.
Oh man, stop it. This has nothing to do with his legacy.
35 minutes, 5 points. If I match it up, I'm pretty sure Shamet got the same thing.
Listen, man.
And he ain't played as many minutes.
Man, you talking about
Shamet is 2 for 5. Chris Paul is 2 for 8.
Chris Paul's legacy is in stone right now.
Chris Paul got 5 points in 36 minutes. Shamet got 4 points in 23 minutes.
Hey, look, I bet the plus minus ain't even that bad because he guarding Russell Westbrook. So their plus minus ain't like
all right. He plus 7.
That's what I'm saying.
Negative 12.
You get my point.
What is Westbrook though? Negative 7.
That's my point. So like again, man, like
boy, he's sticking it up even more, boy. He still missed the shot. Don't shoot, man.
And I know that without even looking at the stat book. You know what I'm saying? You just know it. You know, so
them boys just fighting, boy. I want Kawhi to get every possession. I tell him every possession get a ball to Kawhi, cause he'll get a bucket every time. It's amazing how much this dude is just clutch personified. Like he is banging them. He banging them right now. Just hit a 3. 38. It's 106 and 105. While I was talking, he scored a 2 and then came back down and busted 3.
Yeah, he another one of those basketball sociopaths. He cut like Kobe and the rest of them. He I said you just don't want no part of Kawhi. What else you got? Did we cover it all?
Yeah, the last one, the Nuggets and Timberwolves. 4-2, man.
Yeah, 4-1. 4-1, sir.
All right. Hey, bro, I'm going to tell you this right now. 109, 103. You said you got the Suns.
Yeah, well,
I got the Clips 4-3. Just off strength for Kawhi. Kawhi gonna make legacy after this. If Kawhi beat Kevin Durant in this moment, and it's clear that Kevin Durant got the better team, is Kevin Durant a better player than Kawhi Leonard?
That ain't never been the issue. It's availability.
Is they all stay healthy?
I'm just saying, like I mean.
But you saying Kawhi's always been better? He just ain't never been. I agree with that.
KD,
yeah, I think Kawhi right now is like probably top 3 in the league.
Yeah, I think that if Kawhi minus the load management and everything else, if Kawhi Leonard had stayed healthy the way that LeBron has stayed healthy, we're having a much different GOAT debate more than likely. Because he got that other thing that LeBron don't have. He has that like I said, that basketball sociopath. Like, yeah. Kawhi, that guy. I think that Kawhi, if he had been healthy, and he's still got time, man, because I think his game will transition and age well.
Yeah, because he muscles. He's highly athletic, and it's really not predicated on dunking. What I mean by athlete, I mean being athleticism is using your size and strength in a very coordinated way. So defensively, he is very, very coordinated with. Yeah, not losing a step, not wasting a step.
And he's physical enough to move up a position. You know what I mean? A lot of guys aren't that physical. Like, he can play that 4 if he has to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, he will be able to transition. He if he wanted to, he could play as long. He could play the 39.
Yeah. It's 109, 108 though.
And that team that he won the finals with Toronto, I mean, for real, it might not have been that good. It's all right.
They wouldn't have won the finals. Go to.
I mean, look at those players, how they have turned without Kawhi.
Siakam is still nasty.
He all right.
He what?
He all right.
Siakam has no help. Siakam still scores 24, 25 points a game and still gets, like, he's the same dude.
He all right.
Kawhi is no different than when Kawhi was. Siakam is no different when Kawhi was there when he left. He's the same player. He just doesn't have anybody.
He's a number 2 guy.
I think Warriors need to trade for Siakam.
Trade who?
Huh?
Y'all need to stop playing around with Wiggins. If y'all keep throwing Wiggins out there to deal, Wiggins is important to that team. I don't know.
What are you talking about? I ain't saying give up Wiggins. What do you think I'm saying? Trade Andrew Wiggins.
Man, I'm so
You
sick
gotta
of
be
it.
crazy.
I'm so sick of Golden State fans talking
No.
about getting rid of Wiggins. No,
Why?
sir.
Ain't no Golden State fans saying get rid of Wiggins. What Golden State fan you
Man,
know
who you gonna
saying
get
that?
rid of? Who you gonna get rid of and get Siakam? You got to get rid of
You
somebody.
get rid of Jordan Poole. You get rid of Jordan Poole, number one. You
And
can
Draymond.
trade also. See, this the thing. I think you can get rid of Jordan Poole, and the thing what they got to give up to get him is Kuminga. But Golden State don't want to give up Kuminga. That's the hard pill to swallow, because Kuminga is the future, and Kuminga is very, very ultra talented. Everybody sees it that watched him play. Even last night, Kuminga is. You see it coming. He just can't get the minutes right now because he don't go to State. But Kuminga right now is uber talented. But you have to get both of them up. Kuminga, Poole, and draft picks will give you that.
What was the other boy y'all got? Y'all other boy y'all drafted that draft? Was it Moody? What was his name? What's the other boy y'all drafted? Yeah.
Mooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moses Mooney.
Yeah. What do you think about him?
I think Moses Mooney got an old man game. That's my best breakdown for him. He's a very, very old man, steady gear. You know what I'm saying? You can put him in there, you know what you're going to get from him. What's his ceiling? Oh, not that good. Yeah, he doesn't have to have
He's a role player.
Yeah, his ceiling is a role player. He'll never be a star. Never be a star in there. Here's an NBA player, a solid NBA player.
He's a role player. He's never a starter. He won't be a starter. He'll just be a role player.
If he does start, your team ain't that good. That's what I'm saying. If he has to start, you're not that good of a team. He'll never start on a championship team. That's what I'm saying. He cannot be a starter on a championship team.
But you think Kuminga has the future to do that?
I think Kuminga could be a star player. I think he can be a star player in this league. Kuminga is ultra talented. I mean, I watch all the games, man. A lot of people that think that you probably ain't watching the game.
And when do you?
He can't get the minutes that he deserves right now.
What do you
take out for him?
What do you do with Draymond?
Huh?
Can't move.
Draymond going after this year. This is Draymond last year. They're not going to pay him. At the end of the day,
he can take a mid-level exception. He got to take a mid-level.
He's not going to take that. He's going to want max. If he wants max, he got to go. What do you do? What do you get rid of? What do you get the money for? Because you got to pay Clay. You're going to play Clay. You're not getting rid of Clay and keeping Draymond. Out of Clay Thompson, Draymond Green, who do you think they keep?
I get it.
Clay. Now, I want both of their contracts up. Clay is going to get a contract, max contract. After that, if you pay Draymond, you can't pay him. Luxury tax be through the roof. At the end of the day, I mean, you get rid of Draymond, hopefully Kuminga slides into that role. Kuminga can play the four. He'll never be Draymond, but hopefully he's a good defender and he's way more talented than Draymond. But as a facilitator, he's not. So the question is, I don't know. I trust and Steph. We trust. At the end of the day, I think Steph Curry is the centerpiece of that organization. If you give me Steph, I can find a winner. I can find a way to win. 28 seconds, 109, 108. Clippers got ball.
Right,
and
man.
Russell Westbrook still taking threes. What are you doing, Russell, man? Like, this is the problem. He thinks he's that guy. But you're not that guy, man. You're not that guy, bro.
Tell him to get the rebound.
Yeah.
Get it off the glass.
Get it off the glass. Put it a putback. That's what you get. But don't come down. I should not be looking at Russell Westbrook and seeing Russell Westbrook misses 26-foot 3-point jump. Why are you taking that? Why are you taking that shot?
Because I'm sure, like I was saying, I'm not watching, but I'm sure the defender turned his back to him and walked towards the paint when he got the ball.
You know what they say? You open for a reason. You open for a reason. Hey guys, I'm open. You open for a reason. They want you to shoot that.
But it was last week when they left him over. They left him open and he hit a few of them. Sometimes you get that false sense.
Huh?
They left him open a couple games ago. They left him over. He hit a few threes.
The team is happy when he make those. They like, yeah, he gonna take a little bit more. Tell the truth. They happy with that. But let's get up out of here, man. I got Call of Duty to play. Yeah.
All right, man.
Westbrook made his free throws. He clutched up.
Hey, man, stop doing my boy like that, man.
I think he is, oh, my God. He's a liability. But right now they are. Hey, I bet you KD come down and hit this 3 though. 17 seconds left.
All right, man. Let's close this out, man.
108.
What you think?
All right, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm very, very excited about this. What's the name? And we tune in next week. I want to hear all that Warriors slander go down. I want to hear y'all come up here and apologize for all this blasphemous mess y'all been saying out y'all mouth. Y'all act like y'all ain't watched this team through these years, man. Know what they do, bro. Like, golly, one game. This is ridiculous, guys. Come on now. Let's move on, though, man.
With that being said, I'll do that for you if you can remember the fact that it wasn't too long ago LeBron went to 9 straight finals.
Mm-hmm. I never said he did.
Okay.
Never said he didn't.
You talking about remembering the Titans. Remember the King. With that being said, we out. Love yours.